is something that, you know the calculus, you just have to get to the point where you can do it. So it's a pre-calculus concept at this point for you. Because you can do something like this, right? Equals what?
Natural log of x minus 1, evaluated from A to B.
There's no A to B.
So.
Okay, so yeah, you can do that, right? Okay. Here's where it gets sticky. Can we do that?
It's x squared minus 1 to the power of negative 1. Right? So it'd be
That's
a
what that
chain rule.
is.
Yeah, so it'd be a
Does
chain
that
rule.
help you? You don't have a chain rule for integrals.
Oh, and you can't use those.
You can't use these substitution
Yeah,
but
either.
still.
Yeah, so you're rolling through your options, you just can't, you're not gonna get anywhere, right? So what we have to do is we have to decompose this into partial fractions to get to this point. So there will be two of these. Okay, so what we need to do is split it up by factoring. So you factor most of the time. And you know that we can do each of these separately, right?
Yeah.
If they're separate by addition. So what we want to do is we want to get to the point where we separate these out. Because separately we can actually calculate that integral, correct? So this is where our rational function solutions comes in handy from pre-calc. We need to find A and B. Once we find A and B, we can integrate. The reason there's an A and a B is because here we're multiplied, right? But here we're added. So something's going to change. It's not going to be just one. So something's going to change, and that's what we got to figure out. Okay. So the nice thing about these is that they are defined for all real numbers. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the denominators first. So we just skipped the whole common denominator step that we did in pre-calc. Okay. The common denominator is x minus 1, x plus 1. So x minus 1 times x plus 1 over x plus 1, right? So I have to put the x plus 1 here with A. And B would be x minus 1 on the bottom, x minus 1 on the top. Now we get rid of the denominators. Okay. So in basic, you just switch them if there's only two. Okay. Now here's what's really nice about these is that we know they are defined for all real numbers. So I can pick any x value that I want and plug it in there. I would pick 0. I would pick 1. Okay. So let's set x equal to 1. And we'll see what it does. So setting x equal to 1 gets rid of b. And so a equals what? A is 1/2. And how would I calculate B?
Plug another value using that 1/2 of A.
Set A as, or sorry, X as
Why not?
-1.
-1. So if you set X as -1, this becomes 0. You can calculate B. Correct?
So -1.
Is that right? So that's the new material for you. Okay, that's the pre-calculus find partial fractions. Now you just need to set the problem up and do the calculus. Okay, so we have, okay, this integral equals these separate. So we have the integral of A, 1/2 over x minus 1, plus B over x plus 1. Those two are equivalent statements. Does that make sense? Kind of.
So then, would the integral for that be 1/2 natural log x minus 1? Or would you do the fraction first? Alright,
Plus,
see. Oh, -1/2 natural log x plus 1.
you know, I said, you know the calculus. It's getting there, that's the challenge.
What did you say?
Hmm?
I was just simplifying it. Adding a negative half. But we want to just say.
You want me to show you another one like that? Two factors, because I'll show you a 3-factor one as well. But
And then back to the
Equals B.
yes, you bet. Let's do this one.
And then we have to over x squared makes 7x plus 10.
So that just means 1 over that, right?
The many ways we can write things. Alright, so factor the denominator.
Magnify -2, right?
Okay, so so now the pre-calc part, right? What does this equal?
A over x minus 5, B over x minus 2.
A, x minus 2, x B, x minus 1.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which one you do first.
No, it doesn't.
This all is.
As long as you don't mix it up when you rewrite it later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is 1 equal to?
1 is equal to
X
A
minus
times
2.
x minus 2.
Okay,
A times x minus 5.
yep.
Oh, you plug in 2. Yeah, plug in 2 in there.
Alright.
Essentially, isn't really decent number, it's good ones, or no.
Right.
Elimination.
If we put 2 in here, we get 0 for A. That means B is 1/3.
Oh, we're good.
Do I need to write this? Okay.
No.
1 equals negative 3B.
You're good there, I was just, in my gathering.
Well, I got a couple of
Lots of step.
furrowed eyebrows, so you got it right now.
A is positive 1/3.
Okay, what?
A is positive 1/3.
Well, what he said X equal to.
And the x would equal to 5.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you're gonna be right, I believe. Don't always count on them being opposites.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did not count
The
on
last
that.
2 have been opposites, so
It's just luck of the draw, man.
it pretty much on this. Okay. So set it up, Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Oh. For the integral is 1/3 over x minus 5 dx plus the integral of negative 1/3 over x minus 2.
Is that right? Yeah. B goes with x minus 2, A goes with x minus 5. Let's check in here.
does it
And
matter?
the solution?
Why does it matter if it's just
One
one
third.
meter?
natural log x minus 5 plus 1/3 natural log x minus 2.
Absolute value, don't forget.
It shouldn't matter if it's either way. It's like that. It's just
No negative though.
We can just do plus and negative.
Huh?
Does order matter, like on which side? Because I thought addition was community.
You mean for like the
You
integral?
can switch these entire terms,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to have B with the right one.
Yeah.
And A with the right one.
Okay.
But you can switch those if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Commutative. Okay, there you go. Boom.
Plus C.
Indefinite. They're indefinite intervals.
You can help me out with value.
Just because one thing isn't here doesn't mean that we should sell in our bad math methods for that you taught us.
Imagine here, if he's ever watching this, then he's just like, screw you. Or when he goes back.
All right, one more. I'm going to show you a triple. There's really no difference, to be honest with you. But, it does have something at the top as well.
Now you
So,
go A, B, D plus C.
yeah, A, B, and C.
It's just
Wait, I can still use C.
Jeez, I can have two C variables.
You get a C up here and then you
Wait,
D
just
becomes the
two
number.
You'll see. Okay, so 2 changes. Number 1, you have 3 factors now, but you also have some in the top. Okay, which does not pose a problem because you plug an X in and it makes it a number. Right? So.
He's not watching that.
So same drill. You just have a C now.
Hooray.
Okay, so set that integral or the rational function equal to A plus B plus C over your denominators.
Then, would you set that all
That's
equal
what
to
you just
the?
said.
I wasn't paying attention.
And so how do you set that up equal to x squared plus 2?
Right. So, x squared plus 2 equals, what is a multiplied by?
X plus 2.
Okay, x plus 2, and
2x.
Say it.
Yeah, the 2x plus 8.
2x minus 8.
I have it written.
Okay, yeah, so
Oh.
this does not have a 2x minus 8 or an x plus 2. You can put both of them in there.
So now they're
Oh,
all.
okay.
That's a lot different than what I was thinking.
And then b has to have x minus 1 and x plus 2. And c has to have
X minus 1 and 2x minus 8.
those two. And you think, what a mess, until you plug a number in.
Did you really think that?
So we
You
can
might, I
put
don't.
the numbers in now, or?
Nope.
Negative
No.
2.
Okay, so pick one.
Negative 2.
Okay, we're gonna set x
Zero.
equal to negative 2. Alright, so that'll eliminate a and b. Alright, so every time you pick a number, it gets rid of 2 of them.
Oh,
So you still only have 1 remaining.
okay.
Okay. So negative 2, you gotta plug it in here as well. 6. And then that's canceled out. That's canceled out. And we just need the c value.
16 times 3. 32.
It's negative 6 minus
48.
4 minus 8.
Is that right?
16 times 2 is 38. Yep. 16 times 2 is 32. What's 16? It's 42.
Nope, that's not right.
It's negative 8 times negative 8.
It's negative 4.
Okay, so negative 3 times
I'm gonna put it to negative.
negative 12? Oh, 8
36.
plus 4 is 12.
I was, something's not right. I'm just sitting here thinking,
Not.
something's not right. Okay, it wasn't right. Okay, so c is
6.
6 over negative 36.
Why would it be negative?
Negative 1/6.
11 minus 5 is 6. Wouldn't it be positive? Yeah.
Oh.
Multiplication.
I ought to just not be teaching right now.
Why is it positive?
Negative,
negative,
negative.
negative.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yep, thank you. Again, why am I not an engineer? I'd make a calculation error and a building would fall on somebody.
Then you can do one.
No, I'm just teaching new engineers how
I
to
think
do
just
this.
smile. Yeah, I think just smile from that thought.
Okay, what next?
One.
X equals 1.
Okay,
Oh, okay. Never mind, I'm sleeping.
no, you're not.
And then
I was like, now I have to figure out a way to make both of the equations cancel because the multiplication ones. So one of them then the other will follow.
You play what that was in there? Negative 1/6.
Okay. Heard somebody say it. Yep, last one's 4. So A and C are 0. Now we have B,
It's 1.
3 times 6. Yeah. Yep. And then we can go back and rewrite our integral. too fast?
What was the?
1. You have
Oh, yeah, 18.
0
Yeah, okay.
and 0,
Yeah.
and then 3 times 6 is 18 equals 18. A, negative 1/6 over x minus 1. B was 1/6.
So will this only happen for log problems? Or
What?
will the derivative always end up being a log problem?
The integral?
Integral, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you're setting it up. B was 1,
Yeah,
not 1/6.
no, C, A, B,
A was negative 1/6.
A, B.
Oh, did I did, didn't I?
Yeah, that's.
C's 1/6, B is
is 1.
1. See? Got it. Check.
How much sleep did you get last night?
None, probably.
Me?
Yeah.
Very little.
These are gonna be gross when you play nice.
It could, yeah, that's right. Worry about it. Okay, so negative, so get your answer, and we'll check it.
You don't change those before, do you?
Somebody found the issue.
That's right.
Is it because it's 2x?
Mm-hmm. The chain rule issue there.
So you would divide by,
The derivative of it inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't forget, if you have this linear term with the something x, 2x, 4x, 6x, whatever, it's gonna cause a chain rule to come into effect.
So I did 9?
because then it cancels out.
Oh, because it's already under 1, maybe.
And so if I derive this, I get 1 over 2x minus 8 times 2. There's no 2 here. So I have to divide by 2 to make it 2 divided by 2 is 1.
Gotcha.
All right, any questions?
What's the homework?
I'm really glad it's winter. Just leave my lunch in my car and stay refrigerated. What do you have?
How's the
Salad.
I left my lunchbox in the thing and it's still, the ice pack in the
Chicken salad.
Yeah, I'm trying to like, can't.
Yeah, I left a monster in my car last night and
Also, I'm going to ranch. It's great. And it's the best, dude.
Maybe I'm going to go to Walmart on Monday, but
Yeah, next.
I
Amazing.
know.
I'll just get one.
Mason,
What?
have you ever had balsamic vinegar and ranch as a dressing, like together?
Not together,
This is due on Tuesday?
Hallelujah.
Yeah, right.
Wait, so that means that